Yes.
Yeah, we learnt about what hospitality is, what the public sector is, and different
Yes.
examples of public sector organisations, threats and challenges that come their way. And then we did the same with the public sector and entrepreneurs.
Yes, we discuss about the private sector role in hospitality industry.
Yes, and all the challenges that face both sectors.
Yes, different challenges those are facing both sectors.
Yes. And then we learnt about, we touched on macro and micro environments as well.
Okay, good. So because this unit is not a big, unit, really is all about very basic and general discussion because it was the first unit which we supposed to start
Yeah.
beginning, but we are doing in between. So we discuss about explain the public role in travel, tourism and hospitality industry, which we discuss.
Yes.
We discuss, different public sector characteristics. Those are the key elements within. We discuss common challenges faced, public sectors could be these days.
Yes.
And explain, we discuss about private sector role in hospitality industry. We quoted some examples as well, like as HS3 are different, sort of, that play key roles in the public and private sectors as well.
Yes.
And we need a private and public sector partnership. Our private and public partnership is quite crucial to be growth in hospitality industry. And we discuss about recent government, thinking towards a private company, they're not behaving or not doing, the things. Maybe we need a more legislation towards, so we discuss about what is the entrepreneurship and entrepreneurial, and where we discuss about the role of enterprise, how
Yes.
these and what is meant by. So
Mm-hmm.
today we'll go through LO3 and 4, which is we already discussed, we already learned in other units as well, which will a bit recap. And then almost, we'll be finished. In the next lesson, I'll give you each task. I'll give you here headings and mind maps. So at least, those you can use within your assignment as well when you write your assignment.
Excellent.
So today lesson will be we'll discuss about the basic stuff, which we already learned because this unit is all about. We cover most of the things in other units as well, which is those are
Yes.
simple. So we'll go through first.
Mm-hmm.
Hope so Anne will join us some point. So today lesson. Okay, what is the definition of hospitality?
Hospitality is it's the service that you provide to a customer. It's the way you treat a guest and the way the
Yes, hospitality. We discuss about hospitality mean the kindness.
yes.
So the words came from the Greek words which we discussed as well during our previous lessons. And today we are moving further and we'll discuss about demand and supply trend within hospitality industry as well. And we'll discuss about micro and micro environment, internal and external environment. Those will go through further. So because LO3 and LO4 are all about the environment. So hospitality industry as today will be probably be tomorrow and is a result of the interaction of the basic market forces. Basic market forces, those are based on the demand and supply.
Mm-hmm.
Have you learned the law of demand and supply? Anything like in economics or any other units, any other subject? Which is a basic, like when we have a high demand, we're expecting high price.
Yeah.
But if we have a high demand and we have a supply as well, then the price will stay the same.
Okay.
So like, in hotel industry is a high demand now, but
Yeah.
we are when we look, the lot of new hotels, they are opening their branches as well. So a lot of
Sure.
competition, new hotels carry. So there is a demand as well, but there is a supply as well.
Sure.
So that where the demand and supply is equal, that point is a deciding point of the price. How much price, we're supposed to charge from customer.
Oh, okay.
So law of demand and supply is quite crucial. We can
Yeah.
look around, which will try to be just, go through few slides. I'll pick, during next lesson. So first is the demand for the hospitality service from customer.
Yeah.
If the customer, there is a no demand, then of course there is a no point to be set up hotels and bars and clubs. That's why we discussed during a last lesson, a lot of pubs and clubs close.
Yeah.
Why those are closed? Because due to
Due to there's no yeah.
no demands. The second is the supply of the product and services created by the hospitality service companies.
Yeah.
So if there is a no supply, then of course. So some authors say no, you supply, but you create a demand as well. Like
Yeah.
there is a no iPhone, there was a no demand before, then the
Yeah.
supply came and the people then ultimately demands. Yes, so
Yeah.
mobile phone demand created with the passage of time.
Sure.
The things is not used to be demand is becoming demand now.
Yeah.
Like without technology, we can't really functions properly. Okay, so that's demand and supply. Demand is the most basic force driving hospitality industry development. So demand translate into customer. So
Yeah.
understand the demand, we must first understand our customer.
Okay.
So we need to look around what sort of customer we have. So demand translate into customer, we need to look at our customer from three different perspective. We need to understand what the population changing age pattern,
Mhm.
like baby boomer and different, the like how much is the elderly population and those sort of trend we need to look around, which we'll go through. We
Yeah.
will explore how they affect the demand for a hospitality product. We
Yeah.
will look at other pattern of change such as the increase in the working woman. Of
Mhm.
course, if we need to launch some product, we need to look around, how many and different, genders in the working workforce. So we need to be look around transformation of the family structures,
Yeah.
changes in the income and spending patterns. So of course, if both, partners working, of course, their purchasing powers increase ultimately, so we need to look around those as well.
Okay. Yeah.
There will be high demand. So next demographic versus we can look around psychographic.
Mhm.
Demographic is a study of the objectively measure the factor in the population. Like we discuss about the segmentation on the basis of demographic and psychographic.
Yeah.
So demographic is a study of the objectively measure the factor in the population such as age, income, gender, so preference or marriage status. So
Yeah.
different characteristic of population. So we need to look around psychographic, different pattern of activities, interest
Yeah.
and opinion, the form of the groups. So the
Okay.
psychology of the people are different, ethnic group, different sort of group are different, group within a population. So those we need to go through as well. Hello, Anne. I think so she's there as well. So we need to go through these as well
Mhm.
to betterly understand. Okay, next. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Anne. How are you doing? You okay?
Yes, I'm fine. Yours started very late though,
Yes, sorry. I
because
came
I
in
was
as
online from 2 o'clock until 3 o'clock, and then I said, well, nah, something was wrong. but then I had to go out, so it's only now I came back.
Oh, sorry. Is it okay with you now?
Yes, it is.
Okay, that's fine. Then we'll carry on. Okay. So next time we'll move to then original our time, which we kept, I think, so 11 or 12 o'clock, Saturday, which
Okay.
will maybe onward, we'll stick with it. So next, we're looking the changing, we're discussing about environmental factors, those, affect the hospitality businesses
Yeah.
in element of population. So we are looking now changing aging position of our population. Baby boomer, like, born 1946 to 64, to nearly one third of the population in 2000. So that's in the UK, one third population, those born in 1946 to 1964. Generation X, which is with we call, born people, those born during 1965 to 75. The population widely was independent, yes. So because they have a different, during Second World War, the world was totally different. Those born later on, technological transform, and so many things, So we need to look around the different, during different years, the population we have, they have a different thinking. Those people are the kids born now, they more are the technology oriented, really. They like technology. Yes, our youngster, our children now more, from first day they have a smartphones, yes. So we need to
Yes.
look at offering them the product and services, those are based on the technology. So we're not meeting it. So there is a lot of development happen within hospitality and tourism industry. So we need to be focused on. So these are the different years, different sort of the people, different population. So different authors divide them into different uh, demographic characteristic of those, Uh, changing family composition, household with the children under 18, largest segment
Mhm.
today, 37 million. Different,
Mhm.
yes. So household without children under 18 will increase 29%, 37 million by, this is, sorry, these are a bit of old figures. So spend
Mhm.
more than other house. Also, we need to look around the trend, when we are going to design our product and services. So these trend we need to look around as well. Changing in the family composition. So we need to look around, the single person household. Yes, growing because the more people are delaying marriage until completing their education, because maybe in the
Mhm.
past was trend, the people used to marriage when age of maybe 20. Now people marriage maybe 30s, depends, yes, which
Mhm.
country we are talking about. So but overall trend is changing. Good potential customer for the hospitality industry. So we need to look around those single parents, relatively lower income. So these trends depends, yes. Is it? Is it right?
Single parents have relatively lower incomes. Yes, most of the times.
Because of course, one person need to bear the cost of everything, yes.
Yes.
So that could be one of uh, like, the trend outside eating is a lot. These are growing. Less likely be the hotel customer are to travel. So we need to look around different trend in different countries. Good location for the hospitality establishment. High traffic areas.
Specific areas. Yes.
Location near to the majority destinations. Major key
Mhm.
destinations. So we need to look around location associated with the
Scenic beauty.
different beauties, different,
Yeah.
historical places. So these are
Mhm.
the hospitality occupation expected to grow more quickly than today workforce. Growth of US workforce is, these are the figure states. So the workforce is growing. Chef and cook, yes. So
Mhm.
growing. Survey, those people serve the foods is growing as well by percent. So food service and lodging managers growing, flight attendant growing, travel agent is travel agent, what do you think? Is it still growing?
I don't think so because people are now looking at low cost when traveling. So people are now booking their own flights and hotels online instead of paying a travel
Yes.
agent
So,
extra money.
so lot of airline, they are direct between airline and the customer. So lot of
Yeah.
travel agents role is diminishing. So if we want to be set the business, so that we need to be look around the trend as well. So
Mhm.
supporting sustainable tourism. What are the
Yeah.
issues? Sustainability is quite, what form will the tourism take in the future? What will be
Yes, you
sustainability is quite
tourism.
issue. How we can keep, our organization growing.
Yeah.
So
Sustainable tourism.
sustainable,
What?
where we need to look around CO2 level, we need to look around a profit, we need to look around other trends, those are happening within industries as well. So all these to be focused to make our business, sustainable.
Okay.
So this we already learned about environment, two types of environment during our previous lesson. What
Yeah.
those are, we
That's
discussed
right.
about micro and macro environment.
Yes.
What
Pest.
is a micro?
Micro is a small environment that are directly impacting the business. So like SWOT. So you look at the strengths, the weaknesses, opportunities, and threats of factors that are immediately around the business. And then macro is where we look at the pests or pestle analysis. It looks at like the political, environmental, economical, social um, factors that would affect, or the outside factors that would indirectly affect the runnings of the business.
Yes, because the micro is internal environment we can control, we can adjust our operation, which is strength and weaknesses we can control and try to adjust it, we can try to overcome. But OT is external environment, that's a macro, we can't control it. Opportunities and threats, those come outside the environment. We have to adjust ourselves accordingly.
Yes.
So these are the environment which we need to discuss about. Identify the major political, economic, social, environmental, and technological forces driving global change to 2020. Explore the implication for managers in the private and public sector to develop tourism in the sustainable way. That's a huge, area of discussion. So these are the key topics really we need to focus in our organization. World Tourism Organization, they forecast to 2020 international tourism will continues to be boom in 21st century, increasing almost 1.6 billion in 2020. This is 2.5 times the volume recorded in late 90s, and annual average growth rate in international tourists will be 4.1%. So
Mhm.
here is a lot of discussion, lot of debates going around. What will be happen on the local culture or the culture transformation, globalization, more localization. Yes, but really no one or not a single country really ignore the importance of it as well, because this create a lot of opportunity for within a country as well. So that trend, lot of hotel, bar, travel, tourism industry. So well above the maximum, probably expansion around 3% per year in the world wealth. Yes, so wealth
Mhm.
is growing due to the hospitality industries. Emerging destinations, we discuss about. Have you heard about emerging economies? What those are?
Emerging economies. Yes, yes, yes. More like in the Middle East. We have
Um,
emerging countries,
yes, a
one I can read.
lot of authors, talking about China, India, and Malaysia or Middle East. These are emerging economies. Like
Mm-hmm.
the goods and the things are moving around. Are producing are. So these are the different figures. Yes. So different
Mm-hmm.
economies. So we can emerging original markets, new international destinations. Of course, a lot of new destinations like Middle East, North Africa, yes, Eastern Europe, Latin America. So these are all new, lot of tourist interest as well in those areas as well, like others. So domestic tourism is playing a quite key role. So we need to look around as well.
Mm-hmm.
According to domestic tourism consumption accounts is about 75% of the tourism. Yes,
Yes.
75% of it makes. So we need to look around. So according to the international economics, these are the figures. 57% international tourists arrive, 67% are corresponding travel received. So these are all, the figure is based on the previous trends, but the future trend
Mm-hmm.
will grow more. The help, that GDP 2.9%. It depends, different country have a different trend. So global trend affecting hospitality industries. We identify five key global trends: globalization, long-term economic trend, political trend, social trend,
Mm-hmm.
environmental resources and energy trend, and change in the technology. What do you think?
Mm-hmm. Globalization, political, social changes in technology. Yes.
So when we're looking in
Globalization, yes, because I mean the world is becoming
like a
smaller.
smaller global village, people
Everything.
are, we are sitting
Yeah.
now, we are doing this lesson by the help of, by the use of technology. Yes.
Yes.
So influence of mega trend on hospitality industry, mega trend, yes, major trend,
Mhm.
mega trend looking economics, political, social, environmental, and technological, tourist
Mhm.
value and needs, yes, tourism forecast, new product development, we can product, new product we can develop, like, think about indoor games, yes, indoor
Mhm.
atmosphere. There in Middle East no snow, but the one they set up, within, yes, indoor snow. So sort of, so how? Because all this is a new product, because people need it. People want to travel, people want to see, these are the destination management. We need to look around.
Mhm.
Enterprise management, how we'll manage as a entrepreneurial businesses. What are the trends,
Mhm.
so these we need to follow. Any question?
No questions.
So globalization and long-term economic trend. So six factors that drive the globalization economics. So we need to look around the political pressures for higher living standards, improve microeconomics policies, yes, for
Mhm.
liberalization, international trade, rising trades and investment, fusion of technologies, increasing dynamic, private sectors. Private sector play a significant role in travel and tourism industry. Trend are opportunities. Yes, there is a layer by and the most important, purpose of the visit. Tendency
Mhm.
toward the shorter stay, shrinking duration of the tourist is closely linked to the changing the lifestyle, yes, and the development. Mean of, people can travel, stay even on the weekend travel, yes,
Mhm.
short stays, and these are online reservation continues to be rise, where online, check in and check out and all, even you can see and book in, or you can look around within like a Google real-time environment where you can see, how the chef is cooking, what sort of the ingredient, the live cameras in place.
Yeah.
So these are political trends. The gap between and have-nots will be avoided unless, have-not countries pursue the policy that support the application of the new technology. Good governance is everywhere, the corruption, um, security issues, every government throughout the world, looking now the good governance. Of course, it can't be 100%, but it's a trend there. Yes, anything happen, bad thing happen, it's coming on the media, the world. Yes, that's, is improving throughout the world. Universal education, market reforms, some political influence, destination perceived to be less safe or will be avoided by the tourists. Like that, of course, many issues there, those need to be look around. Globalization versus localization, that's, it's a lot of discussion as well. So modernity versus identity. Yes, historical building are the modern buildings. Yes. So historical, this is the government getting a lot of pressures on these as well. So need to look around as an organization. Environmental, all we need to look around how we can use it, protect environment and things. So all these are the issues we need to be focused. Any question?
No.
And this is all about the environmental influence on the tourism industry. Yes, government policy, new taxes, CO2, using renewable energy, so like solar plants and those sort of things as well. Yes, eco cars, eco cars. So all these are towards social trend, population and aging population, urbanization, more people moving towards cities, changing social structures, health, aspiration, expectation, value, lifestyle, yes, work pattern, gender, education level increasing, so social influence on hospitality, money rich, time poor. Is it make sense? Leisure time has become an increasingly scarce quantity, yes, which is quite difficult. Individualism is more. Tourist behavior is becoming driven by the desire, customization, so self-improvement, material needs, yes, so the tourists. So people looking value for money as well more. So those we need to focus. Technological changes, we need to be look around the IT role. Maybe when we'll discuss these factors, we can discuss about different software, different apps. Maybe we can add the example of online checking service. Yes, check out different part of technology. Those are under the micro environment as well.
Yes.
So effect taken together, these driver trends so we can look around the global tourism industry may be expected to dwell by 2020. No single driver or the trend will be dominant the global futures. Yes, there are all the mixture of it. Each driver will have a very impact in the different regions and the countries. The different countries, maybe it's more noisy cities becoming. Maybe people will prefer, to stay at least say calm environment. Yes, people will maybe now is a trend. Some people really want to go instead of big city, they want to go countryside more. Or want to live, because ultimately, the life, these are the big challenges as well for the hospitality industries. Integrated tourism into the wider development, integrated with all the stakeholders. So we need to look around those as well with the travel, all the, the various others like a Uber, we can't ignore it now.
Yeah.
Any question?
No.
Chelsea, any question? Okay. I'm going to send you this book as well, which is quite good to read. pages. So I'll send you these two books. And I'll send you some research about how many clubs and bars and being closed and what those area, what are the trends. So that's one of the book which is called Global Hospitality Industry. The trend is the fundamental principle are operational management, reduce complexity within, so product line approach. Yeah, the first trend is a production line approach where we discuss about, like in market, discuss, we'll produce more and sell more. That would be mass production. The second trend was decouple, which is this, the idea is isolate technical core area, the service within CPU. Yes, more central production unit. That's a different trend in terms of when we're producing within our organization. Increase customer participation. All and we launch the product based on the customer. Yes, different sort of proof and like food street concept. I'm not sure anybody heard about Red Hot.
Red Hot? No.
No, it's one of the big chain. Is a lot of, they have a restaurant. It's called Red Hot. They do different sort of the food under one. So they have a different sort of chef. They cook. When you go there, you can. There is Indian. There are Chinese, Japanese, European, Eastern European, different sort of the food under one roof. They cook in front of you what sort of ingredient you want to be, and they can. So it's quite like a buffet sort of stuff. So but they make in front of you. So we have in Leeds as well here in, and I think so there are a couple in London and various other places in UK as well. For customer, yes, increase the customer participation, and by looking the needs of the customer, different people, sort of different foods. So that's the more trend. So please go through these books, will help you to clear your concept as well, and lot of trend analysis. So like brand name, range, service, different marketing element we already cover. Within that, we just need environmental factors. Any question?
No question.
No.
So this is, yes, tourism industry is product different sort of the risk involved as well. Like we discuss economics risk, how we can minimize it, political risk. We can the growth in, this is the service industry. Like other units we covered as well, lot of things like service.
Yes.
Service and marketing. So when you write your assignment, you can use these books, as a reference as well.
Okay.
Any question?
No question.
So today we just cover basic stuff, which is we already learned during other units as well. Maybe this unit, maybe we'll think, not too much is a purpose behind, but we already learn these things. So just a matter of, writing more about instead of, So we discuss about, so today our discussion was pest and pestle forces, microenvironment. We already discussed about entrepreneurial shifts. I'm going to send you journal article, those we discussed during our last lesson as well. We discussed key factors today, demand, supplies, trends within hospitality industries, how these SWOT analysis, I think so we already very well learned in other units as well.
Yeah.
So strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats within the hospitality industry are the key issues, So what I'm going to do during next lesson, like one, what sort of the headings could be? Yes,
Yeah.
LO2, LO3, LO4. So we'll discuss all these LOs according to key headings. So which we'll go through during our next lesson. Then we'll finish this unit.
Okay.
So which you will see, is a straightforward. So please,
Yeah.
that's all. So what I'll do, I'll try to find few more books for you. So at least you can. Otherwise, if you want to do your own research as well, so these are the key books,
Yeah.
which you can do online research. I'll send
Okay.
you some of them. Yes. So like
Yeah.
these journal article, current issues in tourism industries. Yes, these are all useful, which we can, like we discuss, trend, how much population the tourism industry will grow by 20.
Okay.
So we'll keep up to here today. Today is a bit too late. Yes. So
That's fine.
next week, is it okay? We'll carry on lesson on Saturday 12.
Yes,
Or
that's fine.
Okay.
if you want me to change anything, if you're busy, let me know. I'll change. Otherwise, we'll keep,
Yeah, that's fine.
12 o'clock.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, we'll speak to you next week then.
Okay.
Have a nice weekend. Have a nice time.
Thank you. Same to you.
Okay, thank you. Good night. Thanks. Bye.
Okay, bye.